Have you heard about the biggest lie on the internet? I agree to the terms and conditions is referred to as the biggest lie. We lie when we click the agree button without reading the privacy policy. We lie when we check the box without understanding the terms of service. We lie a lot. But why do we lie? Recognize this? This is a CLICKWRAP. CLICKWRAPs make lying easy. The top portion is where users enter their personal information and create a password. The bottom portion has a button and policy links. If you click on the policy links, you'll be taken to long legal documents like privacy policies and terms of service. The join button is colorful and enticing. When you click it, you're agreeing to the policies whether you've accessed them or not. We see CLICKWRAPs everywhere. When we download that social media app, when we quickly join the Wi-Fi. Anytime someone needs us to agree to a privacy policy, the front door is usually a CLICKWRAP. But how do CLICKWRAPs help us lie? A study published in 2018 showed participants the front door of a fake social network called NameDrop, a potential competitor to LinkedIn, created by the researchers. Participants went through the sign-up process and answered questions, including about the CLICKWRAP. Participants said,
"The join button is prominent.
It's the first thing I see."
While the policy link is
so small that I don't even notice it.
The terms of service is in really small font and the join button is enlarged.
Making policy links
easy to miss.
To see if this is common, the researchers also analyzed CLICKWRAPs for a variety of popular social media services and found the same thing: prominent agree buttons and policy links that are easy to miss. Do you notice policy links? Those who studied the design of media interfaces and content have a term for this type of design difference called agenda setting. Agenda setting works by making certain elements of a design prominent or easy to see, while other elements are less prominent or harder to see. The classic example of agenda setting in action is the placement of a story above the fold of a newspaper, convincing us of the most newsworthy story of the day. Other stories below the fold don't seem as important. The same idea applies to search results that appear first. Placing content in a prominent position forces us to notice and remember, while other content is easily missed. The CLICKWRAP does something similar, drawing your attention to a colorful agree button first, while policy links are almost hidden. This says to us that agree is more important and relevant than any privacy policy or terms of service.
Our next focus is building community.
If you're working 120 hours a week,
those who set the agenda have tremendous power and influence over what we notice and remember. So why would companies do this? In 1988, Edward Herman and Noam Chomsky wrote a book called Manufacturing Consent. In it, they argued that design choices in the media can have a powerful effect on what we see and what we don't see. They argued that agendas can be set by powerful advertisers who pay a lot of money to media companies. What do advertisers want for their money? They want people to see their ads, of course, but they want something more. Advertisers want audiences ready to buy when the ad comes on. The authors call this keeping customers in a buying mood. How can media content create a buying mood? Herman and Chomsky focus on how creators of TV programs try to keep content light and uncomplicated, especially when the program is about to go to a commercial break.
It's a lovely day to get out.
This is one of the reasons sports and weather appears at the end of news broadcasts.
Definitely a lovely day for a skate. Let's look at the temperatures for Sunday afternoon.
This keeps people away from content tangential to the goals of the advertiser, away from ideas that might distract us, upset us, or, worst of all, get us to think critically. In the CLICKWRAP study, the authors suggest CLICKWRAPs do something similar. They also keep people in a buying mood. CLICKWRAPs keep people away from policies where they might learn about the privacy risks of joining a service. Reading about the risks might turn users away, and service providers don't want that. They want people rushing to play that game or do that banking. CLICKWRAPS keep us away from privacy-enhancing technologies like privacy dashboards, where we might learn how to opt out of data collection or audit the digital dossiers that increasingly direct decisions like who gets a bank loan, an insurance policy, or a job, who is targeted by marketing for political parties or corporations, who crosses international borders, and who is the focus of the criminal justice system. In doing this, CLICKWRAPS guide us away from related discussions about the problems of big data, like discriminatory algorithms, biased datasets, and oppressive data-driven systems. Rather than upsetting users, rather than getting people to think critically about consent processes and the implications of big data systems, the design of the CLICKWRAP keeps us in fast lanes towards the shopping and the fun, clicking accept as quickly as possible, rushing us towards services where the money is made. There is more to the story about the biggest lie on the internet. More that should concern us. Researchers who studied the design of apps and websites suggest interfaces that can trick and even exploit users now are common. Here's an example. This is justfab.com. When you sign up, a countdown begins, suggesting you only have about an hour to get the deal. This is a trick to make you feel rushed. You can still get the discount even if the countdown expires. Here's another example. The company ABC Mouse was fined $10 million by the US Federal Trade Commission for trapping parents in a subscription they couldn't cancel. ABC Mouse, which provides educational services for children, made it very easy to sign up, but required users to navigate 6 to 9 confusing screens to cancel. Even after getting to the final step, some complained they were still getting charged a fee. Just like the CLICKWRAP, these designs benefit the companies that create them at your expense. Problematic designs could be anywhere, tricking us, manipulating us. They might even condition us. We see CLICKWRAPs often, and we click agree repeatedly. This trains us to ignore dissent opportunities, to believe they are a waste of time. Study participant feedback had a consistent theme.
It does not even occur to me to read the terms of service.
I often do this without even realizing it.
It feels like a cultural norm not to read the policies.
It has become instinct to just agree.
CLICKWRAPs make it easy to lie, and lie a lot. Those who set the agenda, who design the interfaces, keep us in a buying mood, so we ignore opportunities to learn about the risks. They train us to believe this is just the way it is. Ask yourself, as you watch this video, how many times did you lie before you got here? Maybe you found this video on social media. Do you know what they're doing with your data? Does anyone care about privacy? Does anyone care about the threats to their digital destiny? Perhaps not. Perhaps we'll just keep clicking agree.